All right, question today is, why did I buy a fishing kayak if I don't fish? I'll explain that and how many accessories I put on here to capture content in this video. Let's get started. First thing we can do is bring this kayak out into the sun where you might be able to see everything a little bit better. I'm moving this out here on my Suspends kayak storage system. Got a little crack in my driveway there. Let's get this out in the sun where we can get a better look at this. I bought this kayak for two reasons. Over the last 10 years, I think that last count I had 6 or 7 kayaks. I had Liquid Logic Saluda 12 foot. Last year, Jackson Tupelo 12.5, Old Town 120, I don't even know what the model number is, just 120 sit on top. And they're all great kayaks for what they're doing, but it wasn't fitting the niche that I wanted, and some of them were hard to transport, and I've alleviated those problems. But the two main reasons I bought this kayak is, one, for comfort. It's got now so many of these manufacturers are switching to these lawn chair like seats in here, so you don't have that 90-degree bend at your hip, which can be uncomfortable. I had a custom built Winona canoe that I used one time. I had the seat built too low, got out of it, legs were asleep, fell flat on my face in 6 inches of water at the boat launch. My wife thought it was really funny. Unfortunately, there were other people watching when I was there, for a complete embarrassment of watching a 6'4" tall person slowly fall forward in the water because both legs were asleep. Anyways, I bought it because of comfort. I got it because there's a strap here, as there are on most of these fishing kayaks, that help you get out of the seat. And I'm all about comfort anymore. The challenge when I had the Old Town, I believe it was 120, it was too heavy to get on the truck that I had time at a Ford F-150 last year with drop-down Yakima racks that are supposed to make it easy to load, but I just couldn't handle it one person because it was so heavy. But I switched to this 2025 Ram ProMaster, 12-foot cargo area. This boat's actually 12'8", but it still fits in here. So for easy transport. And then I upgraded to the Suspends, not sponsored. I paid for everything that you'll see in this video. Suspends rolling storage rack. And I know this looks a little funny. I left the card on there from when I brought it out of my van. I just left it on there for now. But it can roll right out, so now I can back my van up into here and just slide this right into my van. The other reason I bought it besides comfort is tracks. Like I said, I don't fish, but I capture a lot of content, so I wanted boats that had tracks. All the other boats I had, Liquid Logic Saluda, Tupelo, everybody, I had to add tracks to this. This has enough tracks that I won't probably use all of them. So let's get started with what I've got. Yak Attack is probably the gold standard. Once again, not sponsored. I paid for all this. In kayak accessories. Let's start at the front here. Let me get out of the shadow here. I like having this right here. I've got it mounted in front of me for right now because it's supposed to be waterproof, and I can store whatever I want in there, and you can access the bottom one if you want, top one, and it quickly detaches from here if you want to take it with you. They also have another add-on where you can just clip it on the top and you can just carry this wherever you want to go. So whether you want to put, if you don't have a phone holder, you can put your phone in here, put other stuff. I've learned with this kayak and with many things, people like black, they like camo. You know what, if the shiitake hits the fan, they're not going to find you with a black or camo boat. Or if you lose something in the water, you're not going to find it if it's black or camo. So I've got a red kayak. If I'm upside down, they're still going to be able to find me in the backwaters. In here, with this, I went with orange because also black absorbs a lot of heat. So if this was a black case, everything inside is going to be much hotter in the summer. So I went with orange on that. Then we've got another track over here. I've got this retractable attachment from Yak Attack. I don't have anything attached to it right now, but if you have scissors, knives, something that you use a lot and you don't want to lose it, you can attach it right here, and it's, you know, there when you need it. Then we've got right here, and I think this is great. My phone in here is slides right in. It is solid. It does not move. Now, this can go around your phone. The only drawback I have to that is that if you drop your phone over the side, it's waterproof, but my iPhone does not know how to swim. So I've got another case. Let me go over here. I've got another case for my phone, and I'm going to somehow figure out how to attach this case to this so that I can just slide this in here. This is adjustable widthwise. They've got great engineers at Yak Attack. So you can make this wider, and I'm hoping that this will fit in there, and that way I can have access to my phone. Actually, I just realized I've got to get a new one because I have an iPhone 17. This is for my 15 Pro. 17 is not going to work. So you know, this will hold your phone in here, but if it falls out of here for some reason, your phone is actually swimming with the fishes. But this is great. You can put it in this track, slide it wherever you want. On this boat, your footrests here are on a track, so you can slide that back and forth when you go kayaking. I have not had a chance to put this boat in the water since I bought it about a month and a half, 2 months ago. Because first it was too cold, then we've had flooding waters in all the rivers around here for the last month. So I haven't adjusted this yet. In conjunction with that, I have one put on this side. I have an eyelet put on this side, and I'm going to put eyelet in 4 places here because I have thigh straps I'm going to put in here. I'm used to kayaking with my knees underneath the sides of the kayak. Gives me a little bit of extra leverage, and so I'm going to put some eyelets in here, and then I can put adjustable thigh straps on there, and that'll work. So that's another way to use these tracks, is putting eyelets in here. What else have we got going on here? Oh, okay, we've got, I think they call this the rotor grip. Obviously, kayak is off the side of your boat. It's not inside. The paddle can go right in here instead of being in your kayak. So your kayak paddle can go in here, and you can move this forwards and backwards. They do have, on this side, they do have a place to hold your kayak paddle. And with a sit on top, you do have longer paddle than my conventional bench shaft paddle that I had on my other kayaks. This is a carbon fiber shaft, fiberglass paddles. I forget how much it weighs, but virtually nothing. So I don't have a, they do, I think Yak Attack even makes one that you can mount here that slides in, but I don't need that for on here. Now for capturing content, they've got a lot of camera mounts on Yak Attack. This one, whenever you buy a camera mount, you want a ball mount because you can get any position you want. Out here in the front of the kayak, I'm probably going to want to be closer to water level. This will come off because, like my Action 4 or the Nano that I'm filming with right now, can mount right on, screw right in here. So you got a lot of different, if you need a finger mount, if you got a GoPro or something with finger mounts, you can put that on here, and you can adjust the angle any angle you want. If I put my Insta360 in here, that's great because I can look at me, I can look at the side, I can look in front of the boat, and it works. If you go here and back, I've got a shorter one. You can see on this one, they have flotation, I guess, on here. Hopefully it won't come off and float, but that's a great idea on here. In the back of the boat, I've got more tracks, surprise. And on this one, I've just got a short mount back here because I have a carbon fiber selfie stick that will stick up about, well, anywhere from 12 inches, I think, to 4 feet. I've also got a 12-foot selfie stick if I wanted to, if I couldn't fly a drone, that I can mount back here, and it'll give me great views of paddling behind me and look down on the boat, whatever I want to do. So I've got another track right here. There's also tracks here because this is supposed to be a cargo area. This strap won't be here. This is part of the transportation cart that's on underneath here. But I can move these forwards or backwards, or I can slide. I guess I can't slide in there. I can slide in here. I can slide in there. So if I want to, I could put mounts in here. For some reason, there isn't a way to get into that track. That's interesting. So same thing on this. It's a ball mount, another track. This is where you put it in right here. And then you just twist it and turn it on. On one of these, maybe it's not on this mount. I thought I had one where I could just squeeze the handle and it would turn. This one. If you just squeeze this, you can easily change where you want to go. Instead of take the whole thing off, squeeze that, pops up, and it gets in another position. So it has lots of different ways to go. So that's why I've got this. I want comfort. I want safety. This is highly high flotation. I think the weight capacity is like 450 pounds on this. Boat's heavy, 86 pounds, I believe. But I've got a cart to transport it, and now that it fits in the back of my van, all I have to do is pick the bow up, push it in the boat. Same thing to take it out. And then when I have it here, I just put it on the suspends cart. And these carts, I'll make a video about that. These carts will also, when the boat's not on it, they'll just collapse to just a few inches wide. And I bought the accessories of having a work table on there, and I can put other stuff if I'm working on kayak right here. I've also got a work table on this side and a toolbox. So if you're a fisherman and you're making a lot of adjustments to your rod holders, this is a great workstation for making that happen. And I got the caster option so that if you have concrete floors, my pole barn does not have concrete floors, but since my van doesn't fit in my garage and it's just me, I just turn this into my man cave, man garage, I guess. So that's all I've got. But the lessons learned is, you can buy a fishing kayak and not fish. You can just buy it for comfort. And this Jackson kayak Mayfly, you got the logo up here. Not sponsored. I paid for everything. But if you're looking for a comfortable kayak, look at fishing kayaks. Sit on tops, because they'll have a lot more bells and whistles. And yes, it's more than the entry-level price, but I think it's going to be worth every penny that I've got on it. So I guess I'll see you out on the water. It's time to go out and get dirty.